Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in where else but St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today is Tuesday, March the 8th, 2022. Got happy birthday shout outs going out to a whole slew of folks. Patti Ross, in general, who happens to be sharing her birthday or spending her birthday in Florida with her brother Jerry, who probably uh, helped pay for her ticket to get her down there to spend some time with her. Anyway, they're having a blast down there. She's a nut. I tell you what, and she knows it, so I don't have to. It's not like something I'm not spreading rumors about. She knows she's a nut. So anyway, back in the good old days, I had a crush on her. She knew it, but she didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? And then there's Barbara Braken, and then Darin Goshen, Shenandoah Reynolds. And well, those are the folks that got some shout out Briscoe, shout out for birthday shout outs today. And so without further ado, here we go. These birthday shout outs are just for you. Hey Shenandoah. Hey Darin. Hey Barbara. Hey Patti. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. Yeah, it's a 1 more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. I said, hey Patti. Hey Barbara. Hey Darin. Hey Shenandoah. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday a day today. I said it's your happy birthday a day today. Hey, hey. All right, all right, all right. How about some Shinsho likes? Folks that like or love or just care enough about the Shinsho. Mm, this won't stay in. It just keeps popping out. Doggone it. Anyway, here we go. How's about Jamie O'Driscoll? You know Jamie O'Driscoll. She's one from Seasonal Reach by Jamie. Seasonal Reach by Jamie is a Facebook page that is specifically designed to show off the talents of Jamie O'Driscoll. And then there's John Briscoe, a.k.a. my daddy. That's right, my daddy, my daddy. He's so special to me. And then there's Diana Gray, also a Shin Show fan. And Lori Moore, she's right out there ready to talk and chat with us right here, right now. Um, yeah, well, I know all the girls that I, yeah, right. Um, that makes sense because you know why, don't you? Because you know I'm good looking. If you always to tune in and catch comments on the sides of the show, you can see that Lori just said all the girls you or all the girls you knew had crushes on you, had a crush on you. Sooner or later, they did. And well, that's because, like I said, you know why, don't you? And she agreed because you know I'm good looking. That's right, I sure am. I don't know. I'm not going to answer that question for myself. You ask any girl that ever knew me, and ask her. And if she doesn't tell you that I was good looking, she didn't know me really. Okay, anyway, we got some other folks too. These folks are special folks. They shared the Shin Show. That's right. Um, Richie Humarito and Doug Bell, aka Steve Clary. Now you know what? I'm up there on the Shin's friends, fans of the Shin Show list. I'm going to add somebody real quick. Wake up, comma Martin Kelly, aka Smiley. Correct, Smiley. Choose one. Go to sleep. Dad always gives me a smiley face uh, whenever I put in Martin Kelly. So anyway, that's a fact. All righty then. Anyway, the Shin Show sharers was um, Joe, uh, Richie and Doug. So hey, And now we got my Pokey pals. I got an extra couple Pokey pals today. You know, my favorite Pokey pal, or my everyday Pokey pal, I should say. Not necessarily my favorite Pokey pal, but Amanda S. Little. She's my faithful Pokey pal. There we go. And now I got Robin Yankey Costello and Joseph Marshall, our Pokey pals again. Joseph Marshall is an occasional Pokey pal, and Robin is a few and far between. But I'm sure now that I've made mention of her on the show, she'll be poking me a bit more. All right. All righty then. Hey, that's the Shen Show shout outs for today. Uh, all right, all right, all right. Whoa, what do we got going now? Weather? Think we're going to do a weather forecast because, well, it's cold. That's what it is. It's cold outside. And, well, yeah, look at this mess on my head. I cannot wait until this grows out enough. My next door neighbor summed it up perfectly. The difference between a bad haircut and a good haircut is about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, because it grows out and changes back to the way it was before you had that haircut. So there you go. Well, in my case, it takes a year because I always wait till it gets long enough that I love the style and then have to cut it because it's so thick and heavy, it won't hold its style anymore. And then all of a sudden, it's too short to do anything with. All right, here's a weather forecast for you. And today's sponsor for the weather forecast is going to be, how about a church? Let's do it for a church. A church. Which church are we going to do it for? How's about? Refreshing Word? Yeah, there we go. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church is a non-denominational local church, which is based right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Non-denominational Christian church. They're out there. It's 2054 Campus Drive here in St. Charles, Missouri, 63301. You should all come out on Sundays at 11 a.m. for the 11 a.m. Sunday services. It's fitting that they are on at 11 a.m. Anyway, and it's fitting that they're called the 11 a.m. Sunday services because that's the day they're on also. But anyway, come on out, enjoy the show. We got a praise and worship group going on, and then we got a message that gets all wrapped up around, and then we got personal prayer, prayers requests, and then we wrap it up around 1 o'clock. So 11 to 1, not so bad. You can come out there and hang out for a couple hours. It's a good thing. Get righteous with God and everything. Hey, you can't beat it, I tell you. And then anyway, let's jump on down here to. Did I even read Tuesday? No, let's do it. Ready? Today's weather forecast: cloudy with highest temperatures near 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures of 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light and variable. And then the Wednesday, March the 9th forecast will be sunshine and some clouds with high temperatures of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy with low temperatures of 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, March the 10th, cloudy skies with high temperatures of 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Cloudy skies with late snow showers overnight. Low temperatures of 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of snow 60%. That's 25% more. Or 10% more than 50. which is a little over half of the 100 scale percentage. So it may rain and precipitate some snow. Snowfall supposedly around an inch. And then for Friday, March the 11th, cloudy skies with snow showers mainly during the morning. High temperatures of 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of snow 50%. Snow accumulation less than an inch. Partly cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures of 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then Saturday, March the 12th, will be mainly sunny skies, high temperatures of 43 degrees Fahrenheit, winds west to northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, and a few clouds from time to time with low temperatures around 25 degrees Fahrenheit, winds south to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then for the fifth and final day of our 5 day forecast, mainly sunny skies with high temperatures around 61 degrees. Boy, I'm telling you, we're living for a warm up. 61 degrees. Winds will be southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Clear to partly skies with low temperatures of 40 degrees Fahrenheit overnight, with winds south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that, my friends, is your 5 day forecast for the St. Charles Viewing area. Excitement, excitement in the forecast. Up there you go. What's that now? Got mine there, and it's going wilder than before. Oh, growing, yeah. Got your haircut cut too, yeah. And it did. Did you get it at Great Clips? Yes, I did get it at Great Clips. Of course, I got it at Great Clips. Um, because I can afford Great Clips. When you're on a fixed income, folks, Great Clips seems to be the best place to get your hair cut. Now, I tell you what, if you want to go out to a clip joint, that's the kind of place to go, clip joint. Now, I don't know of any other places used to be able to get a $5 haircut down there at Shorty's, but back at in the older days there, closer to the end of it, you was lucky to walk out of there with both ears if you went in to get your haircut. So, a lot to be concerned with a $5 haircut and keeping both ears. You gotta pick your poison, don't you know? Alrighty then, but hey, that's okay because if you get a little nick on your ear, you can always put some alum on it, and that'll stop the bleeding. It burn like crazy, but it stops the bleeding. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all think I'm snorting because I'm lacking on my what's that stuff? Cocaine. Yeah, that's it. Cocaine. That's the one that makes your nose run. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, right. Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. No, the only reason I was like, yeah, right, I was hearing some voice in my head. It was like in the back of my brain. I was saying, yeah, half your fans watch your show and think maybe that's true. Maybe he is on cocaine. He is crazy. Crazy. Oh, hey, I was crazy once. Put me in a rubber room. Sure was hot. That drove me crazy. Crazy. Oh, I was crazy once. Put me in a rubber room. Sure was hot. That drove me crazy. Crazy. Well, hey, I was crazy once. All right, let's see what we can do here. I want to sing and I want to whistle. Ow. I didn't want that to happen. I've had a song There we go. I was wondering what was going on, going on. 'Cause I was gonna whistle a song, but I didn't know which song to do. Couldn't figure out why my whistler wasn't whistling through. You got yours cut there too? Yeah, yep, that's where I got mine cut. Great clips. Yep. Anyway, the one I used was the one in the Schnooks Plaza over there, Lindenwood Plaza, across there from Lindenwood College, there at Schnooks, there on First Capital. No longer wearing masks in there now, so hey, that's always where I'm going to go. I am a demask preferred person. And anyway, there weren't nobody in there with masks anymore. Fine establishment, if you ask myself. Didn't roll over to Schnooks to find out about them. The eyeglasses place where I had fixed my sunglasses. They still wearing masks. Can't get in the door without a mask on. But they like to call themselves doctor's office. An optometrist being a doctor, I guess. So anyway, that's why they make you wear mask in there. But anyway, yeah, that's one I use over there. And I had a gal in there that didn't, she had never seen me before, never cut my hair before, and I'd never seen her before. I'd never let her cut my hair before. And well, I won't be letting her cut my hair again. But that's beside the point. She was a nice conversationalist, and that's all there was to it. And probably she thought I was good looking. That's just because I could tell. I could tell she did on account, oh, everybody knows. Anyway, no, like I said, if you don't find a girl that didn't like me or didn't think I was good looking before, well, you ask me, I'll tell you. um, okay, I know. All right, now I got my whistler whistling. Now I got to figure out what song it was that I was whistling. I was whistling a song earlier this morning, and I really liked the whistling that I was doing. But we could be doing things in between me thinking of what song it was, like the special events going on here in St. Charles, Missouri this weekend. Uh, we've got the Defiance Parade down there and St. Patrick's Day celebration going on. Their festival, March the 12th, 2022. Defiance, this is going to be brought to you today by, let's call it Helping Hands Thrift Store, Helping Hands Thrift Shop, and Foster Care Closet. Yeah, they're open. Their hours are between as 10 a.m. and 8 p.m., I believe is what it is. Go on over there. They're at 416 South 5th Street, St. Charles, Missouri. That's anywhere between First Capital and down there to where the Dollar General is at now. So they're between there and there. Where the Chinese restaurant, the red one, remember the red Chinese restaurant on the left? Well, that's the one. They're right in there, 2 doors down from there. Yeah, they were closed there for a while because they were doing a little bit of repair work on the building, and well, they had a gas leak, and they breathed it in. And when they breathed it in, it wasn't good for their lungs. And so they were having trouble. So they weren't at work for a little while. And so now that they've gotten that all cleared out of the lungs and everything is going swell, they're all back to work. And well, I am here to tell. Anyway, downtown Defiance is going to have their Defiance St. Patrick's Day Festival. They are located at 2886 Highway 94 South. Beautiful little drive if you go on down that way. Used to take that drive almost every other day. Most of the time on almost every weekend, me and a friend of mine, Marty Wilkie, would take off and head down south there to 094 and head out there to Defiance or down there Callaway Fork Road. And many a car were destroyed on Callaway Fork Road way back in the woods, you see. We'd take them cars and we'd cripple them up, smash them into trees and whatnot. I tell you, it was a good old time. That's when I figured out I wasn't never going to wear no seatbelt. That's for sure, for sure. Anyway, featuring a 5K walk-run down there from the brewery on Katy Trail, and that'll be at 10 a.m. and it'll go 5 kilometers or 5,000 feet or whatever it is, 5K, whatever that is. I don't know what a kilometer is. A 5-kilometer walk. Okay. Anyways, what is the equivalency of a 5K walk? How many miles in 5K and other fun 5K facts? Yeah, right. There's the one. 6.2 or 0.62 miles. So you're not going very far. 0.62 miles, not even a whole mile. So that's okay. Just a little over a half a mile of a walk. I could probably pull that off. Well, no, I mean I'd have to roll it because if I was to walk it, yeah, it'd be a sight, and people would be down there just a cheering like crazy. I think I'd be I'd be walking out of my socks. I'd be running out of my socks. I'd be running so fast that the hounds couldn't catch me. Oh, oh, oh. Well, anyway, then they're going to have a parade at noon from Defiance Ridge Vineyard through the small town of Defiance. And then following the parade, they're going to have live music from Seventh Planet, the Seventh Planet band, that is, and then food and drink vineyards, indoors, and much, much more. So come on down to Defiance and enjoy their outdoor thingamabob. And then for St. Patrick's Day on the 17th, which is actual St. Patrick's Day, it's going to fall on a Wednesday, I think. Is that right? Thursday. It's going to fall on a Thursday, and it's going to be March the 17th. And the thing is, this calendar still ain't been turned. But hey, it's okay because the days fall on the exact same days as last month. So there you go. Free parking. Parade cost is free. Time is 4 p.m. They're going to be checking out of the parking lot there at the Foundry Arts Center at 520 North Main Street. Parade will depart at 4 o'clock p.m. and then travel to historic Main Street. Historic South Main Street is all the way up that until they get to all the way up the north end of Main Street to South Main Street, and they will stop there at First Capitol and hook a left and come on down that parade down through South Main Street, and then we'll turn left on First Capitol. The length of the parade is approximately 2,800 feet long, so Come on down here to St. Charles and enjoy the parade at 4 p.m. Okay. All right. That's the things to do here in town. Yes, sir, Bob. Trying to figure out what song it was I was whistling this morning. I don't know. I digress. I was whistling a song. All right. I don't know. I can't think of what it was. Anyway, it was something good. All right. Well, let's see what else we got to do here. I could sing a different song. Something that I was hearing this morning that made me think of a song. It was you ever seen the movie uh, Roadhouse? It's the first song he's singing. The one dude singing whenever uh, Patrick Swayze walks into the bar. There at the little redneck dude drop in place. Anyway. But I don't know. I watched Mr. Holland's Opus this morning. Good movie. Good movie if you like a good movie. That'd be something to watch. Mr. Holland's Opus. Depending on how many times you watched it, it's like me, that shirt on a sleeve thing, heart on the sleeve thing. You be crying and tearing up, and because you know all what's going to happen when it does happen. All right, well, let's do TV Grandpa. We can do that. We'll get that knocked out of the way. Hey, kids. Looks like it's that time, story time with TV Grandpa. That's right. We're going to tell you a little story about Abraham and Sarah. Yeah, Abraham and Sarah was a Bible story, and it's about this couple who had lots and lots and lots of children. They just didn't know they was going to have lots of children. So let's start it off. Hey kids, it's time for TV Grandpa Shen. So time to jump up on the couch or jump up in the bed. Wherever it is, you rest your sleepy head. TV Grandpa is going to lull you off to sleep with a little bit of a story for you to keep. Once there was a man named Abraham. Abram was his name. And one day the Lord came to talk to Abram, and Abram asked, "Who will have all my things when I die?" Well, God promised Abram and his wife Sarai that one day they would be parents, even though they were old and had no children. Well, God wasn't sure that Abram understood. And so that night he took him outside, and he said, "Do you see all the stars that are in the sky?" Well, when Abram looked up, the whole night sky was full of stars. So many, in fact, that he couldn't even count them. And nobody would ever be able to count them. Well, then God said, "That is how many children you will have." Well, quite a few years later, when Abram was 99 years old, older than even your grandparents, the Lord decided to change Abram's name to Abraham, which means father of many. He also changed Sarah's name to Sarah. And well, God told them again that they would be the parents and that they would have a baby boy. Well, this time Abraham laughed, and so hard that he fell on his face. Well, it was hard to believe that he and Sarah would have a child at their old age. Well, one day, three visitors came to Abraham's house, and he hurried to meet them. May I get you something to eat and drink? Abraham asked. Please come in and join us and have a rest on the couch. Well, the visitors agreed, and so Abraham brought them some fresh bread, some milk, and some hamburgers. And while the visitors were eating, they asked Abraham, Where is your wife Sarah? Well, Abraham thought this was a little strange because he hadn't told him about Sarah, but he replied, She's in the other room. Well, then one of the men spoke and he said, I will come back to see you this time next year, and Sarah will have a son. Now, Sarah was listening at the door in the other room, and she started to laugh, but covered her mouth because, uh, and she tried to laugh to herself. She didn't want to be hurt. Well, then she said to herself, How can I have a child? I am almost 100 years old. Well, later on, when the visitors had left, Abraham and Sarah realized that the who had told them this was indeed God. And later that year, uh, Sarah did have a son, and she and Abraham named him Isaac, which means he laughs. And they were very excited and remembered to thank God for Isaac. And there you have it. Abraham and Sarah had a little baby named Isaac after all, regardless of whether or not, they was old or not. They had a child. I'm trying to think of the song I want to sing. Wow, that was weird. I saw my roommate walk past the behind me, and he walked into the kitchen. And when he got into the kitchen, he coughed, but I could have swore the cough came from behind me. I don't know. Yeah, this Bluetooth ain't fitting exactly right in my ear. Supposed to be poked in the ear and then turned into the ear. But it's new. It's a new practice, so doing it this way. And well, it'll fit us anyway. One day we'll have Bluetooth that say, oh, what we do, what we do, what we do, what we say, what we say. All right, somebody give me a song, a song, a song. How about the trailer song? I'm gonna sing the trailer song. Song lyrics: King of the Road. A trailer's for salary, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. But 2 hours of a pushing broom. Boss and 8 for 12 for a bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means. King of the road. Well, third boxcar, midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out shoes and suit. Oh, I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies that I have found. Short but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means. King of the road. Well, I know every engineer on every train, all the children and all of their names, and every handout in every town, and every luck that ain't luck when the one's around. Oh, I'm singing trailers for salary, rooms to let 50 cents. No pull, no pull, no pets, no phones, and I ain't got no cigarettes. Oh, but 2 hours of push and brew. Boss, a deep a 12-foot room. I'm a man of means by no means. King of the road. I said trailers for salary. Rubs till that 50 cents. No phone, no pull, no pass. I ain't got no cigarettes, but I'll 2 hours of pushing through. Buys an 8 by 12 for bedroom. All right, all right, all right. We're going to do all the train songs today. All right. Let's do the train songs. You know my favorite train songs. Train, train, keep on clacking down the track. Train, train, clackety clack, 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 clack. That's my made up song. That's the one I sing when I made up. In between going to figure out which song was which song. How about orange, 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 orange? You glad you see me? Orange, glad you know me? Knock, knock. Who's there? Banana. Banana who? Ah, knock, knock. Who's there? Banana. Banana who? Ah, knock, knock. Who's there? Banana. Banana who? Knock, knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange. Yeah, orange. Glad I didn't say banana. Banana. Oh. Okay, here we go. Ba-dee-da-dee-da. Ba-dee-dee-bo. Ba-ba-ba. Dee-dee-boom, boom. Ba-dee-dee-boom. Ba-dee-boom. Ba-da-da-da-boom. Oh, come on. Here we go. What is that one called? It's called, I don't know. Song lyrics. Good morning, America. How are you? I know what it's called. City of New Orleans. That's it. Anyway, here we go. Are we ready? Are we ready for it? Riding on the city of New Orleans. Illinois Central Monday morning rail. I said 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. While all along the southbound out to sea, that train pulls out of Kankakee and rolls along the post houses of farms and fields and passing trailers and trains with have no names and freight yards full of old black men and the graveyards of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. Well, dealing cards with the old men in the club car. Pity a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass that paper bag that holds the bottle. Feel the wheels are rumbling neath the floor. Well, and the sons of the pullman porters and their sons of the engineers are riding their father's magic carpets made of steel. Well, mothers with their babes asleep are a rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call City of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. Well, nighttime on the City of New Orleans. Changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. But all the towns and people seem to fade into a big bad dream, and the steel rails still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings a song again, and the passengers will please refrain. This train's got them disappearing railroad blues. Good morning, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the City of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. I said, good morning, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the City of New Orleans. and I'll be gone 500 miles before the day is done. Yeah, I was telling you about that Patti. She's a nut. Earlier, Patti Ross. Used to be Patti Peppers years and years ago. Yep, yep, bop, 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 bop. They moved to our small little neighborhood of St. Charles, Missouri, up there called Heineman Drive, or Heineman subdivision, that is. And they moved there from St. Louis. And, well, Jerry and actually Kenny and a friend of his were living in the house there at first. Uh, they had no clue as to how to live out in the country. Shot a hole through the back of a cleaning the gun, they say. They shot a hole through the wall and right through the old TV. That was our first experience with meeting the next door neighbors. And then the rest of the family moved in there. Robert Adams and uh, uh, Myrtle Adams, who used to be Myrtle Peppers, and that's where Patti came in. Uh, Alan and Rick Adams, Jerry Peppers, he was over there a lot of times. And Kenny Peppers. So anyway, but there was no Dr. Pepper. I just don't know about that. I don't know where he came into the picture at all, if he ever did. I think the first time I met Patti Peppers, I was rolling on a big spool. You know, them big wooden cable spools that they have out there, and sometimes you used to see them on the side of the road. Well, I had a couple of them, a big one and a smaller one, and I used to use them for like a little cart. I would sit on it and push the big wheels and let the bottoms spin under my hind side, and that was my little cart ride. I don't know. I was always on the road, destined to be in a wheelchair, I guess. Apparently, didn't know at the time that I was going to be making having a wheelchair. But I don't know. Anyway, did I ever tell you about the time when I had a power? I mean, a power. Did I ever tell you about when I first got injured and we had me in a manual microphone off there? Microphone off. What did I say? Microphone off. Go to sleep. All right, well, I'm just going to turn it off there. Now, that probably messed up my volume settings and such and whatnot. Nope, actually, it didn't do too bad. Anyway, what was I getting ready to say and talk about? Refresh my memory, Lori. I'm too old. I lost memory. I have memory shortages. Is spots and bits and pieces where my memory goes away. It's because I've got so much to say. Anyway, oh yeah, they had me in a manual wheelchair when I first transferred from the hospital. Before my power chair arrived, I was at a nursing home and I was in the old Cadillac Johnson and Johnson hospital chair, and the floors at the nursing home I was in were kind of unlevel, and so because I had limited strength from pushing and stuff down the hallway or whatever, I pushed myself only so far. But after I got on a slope, I would roll into the wall, and I was stuck up against a wall in a shower or in a manual wheelchair in the nursing home, just waiting to go to lunch, supper, whatever it was, whatever meal of the day it was. They had already gotten me up, and I'd been sitting in my room watching television and whatnot. But I was headed there in my antique Cadillac wheelchair. But anyway, I digress. I finally got my power chair over there, and I was in business. Well, sure enough, I was in business. I was always a moving and a grooving, shaking and a rocking and a rolling. because once I had that power chair, boy, I was never anywhere for very long. I would go and go. That was the thing, when I was in Chicago for the second time. First time I was in Chicago, I was in boot camp in the Navy. Actually, I was in, um, it was just outside of Chicago. I don't know exactly the name of the little township out there. It was Great Lakes. So Chicago was the Great Lakes Naval Training Base is where it was. But anyway, we were just outside of Chicago and went to visit Chicago for 1 day or 2 days. And got to meet the guy whose son done some of the trick shots in the Color of Money, the movie Color of Money. So that was cool. He ran a pool hall and he was like he heard me, just kind of like Paul Newman in the movie Color of Money. He came out and was like, "Hey, who is that kid? He's pretty good." I didn't know it at the time. Wasn't even told until later on when after we left. My dad had been talking to the guy. My dad said, "Oh, that's my son. He's in the Navy," and I had no clue. I'd have been famous. I could have been a famous pool player. I could have been on the 9-ball circuit, just like Tom Cruise in The Color of Money. That's right. That's right. Any hoot nanny. What else? What was I getting at? Oh, yeah. So second time I went to Chicago, I went down there in my powered chair. And yes, sir, Bob, I done it all. I had to prove to them. No, that was somewhere else. Anyway, whenever I got there, I was first off, they really tried to kill me as far as I was concerned. They had it out for me. I guess I whined too much. But whatever the case was, they took all my blood pressure not my blood pressure, all my muscle spasm pills away from me, and I tied up and like a little bitty fetus on the bed. I couldn't move, and so they gave me a different kind of pill, or not a pill, it was a patch, and it had my blood pressure dropped out so low that I didn't even know who I was or where I was most of the time. And then finally, we got it all straightened back out. And once it was all straightened out, as soon as they got me up in the morning, if I didn't have a therapy to go to, I was out on the town for sure. Anyway, there's some more parts of that story that I'll get to tell you another day. It's time to do the Bible. Well, I mean, not the Bible, but the daily bread portion of the program. Daily bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2022. The Bible with Briscoe 2022 is the daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2022 will be Deuteronomy 5 through 7 and Mark 11, 1 through 18. Don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2022 to get your daily reading of the Bible. Oh, sorry about that. Had an itch in my ear. So, of course, I use my straw, and people think, man, that's just disgusting. Well, that's okay. I've got clean ears. I wash them every other day. So, they just had an itch in there. I don't know. I just got my hair cut the other day. So, could be a small fragment of a piece of a hair left in there, Anyway, today's daily bread devotion is called Beautiful Feet. Beautiful feet. I used to have some of those. I used to lotion my feet every day. Lotion my feet. Actually, I lotion my whole body every day. Right after I got injured, up until, I don't know, about 5-10 years ago. But this was part of my daily ritual so that my skin was nice and soft and well taken care of. It didn't have any abrasions or any of that junk on it. But anyway, it just got to where my caregivers ran out of time. And by the time that I had things done, they were out of time. And so after I had gotten them down with the normal routine, then if I wanted them to go ahead and get other things added in there, they always said I was adding on stuff. Oh, he just keeps adding stuff on. But yeah, I digress. That's a whole different story. Isaiah 52, 7 through 10. How beautiful on the mountains. How beautiful on the mountains. Okay. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news, who proclaim peace, who bring good things, who proclaim salvation, and who say to Zion, your God reigns. Listen, you watchmen, lift up your voices. Together they shout for joy. And when the Lord returned to Zion, they will see it with their with their own eyes, bursting into songs of joy together. Your ruins of Jerusalem, of the Lord for the Lord has comforted his people, and he has redeemed Jerusalem. The Lord will lay here his holy arm in the sight of all the nations, and all of the ends of earth will see the salvation of our God. There you have it. That's what they called it. Beautiful feet. Isaiah 52 through 7. That's it. That's the daily bread portion of the program that was brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2022. The Bible with Briscoe 2022 is daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2022 for your daily reading of the Bible. Any more songs? Freight train, God so fast. Freight train, going so fast. I don't care what train I'm on, as long as it keeps rolling on. I said, freight train, going so fast. Freight train, going so fast. I don't care what train I'm on, so long as it keeps rolling on. All right, hey, that looks like it. That's the Shen Show in a nutshell. I don't know. I guess Lori's still here. Usually she says goodbye. I still see a thumbs up over there. Says there's at least one person liking the show. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know who. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But anyway, that being said, we're going to jump on off here. We're going to shut her down. Yeah, I had to do a bunches of free pre-show looking up today because I have been not being able to because well I get in my bedroom and I get in front of a little heater, space heater, and I'm within a foot of that thing and I'm surprised my whole face ain't cooked. Does it look cooked on that side? Because if it does, then I need to be staying away from that thing. I get that whole side of my face is cooked up and people will be breaking out the forks and saying, "Hey, it smells like chicken back here. Let's have some." Anyway, here we go. Hey, well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know, God loves you. And so do I. So come back and see me tomorrow because, well, I'll be here. And I hope that you are too. All right. Well, alrighty then. Bye bye.